How's it going, everybody? I'm Lewis and we've got a new update from the Old School RuneScape team. This is the Smoke Battlestaff buff. This week there's a number of quality of life updates coming to Old School RuneScape, especially those from Content Poll 36. One of the more interesting ones is the Smoke Battlestaff buff. So let's check it out. The Smoke Battlestaff and Mystic Smoke Battlestaff now provide 10% increase in accuracy and damage when used to cast spells from the normal spellbook. So if you're a mage and you're using the normal spellbook, you can get a lot more accuracy and damage when you're out there. Moving on to the Motherlode Mine Teleport. The Mining Guild Teleport found on the Skills Necklace has now been replaced with a slightly more useful Motherlode Mine Teleport. Moving on to the Hidden Chat Box and Private Messages. A toggle is now available that allows you to have private messages remain visible even when your chat box is hidden. You can toggle this in your normal settings tab. Next, the Magic Potion colour change. The Magic Potion has been made a different, slightly more magical colour to make it a little easier to distinguish from other potions, primarily the Ranger Potion. So, the Magic Potion now has some kind of light pink colour. Personally, I'd say blue was a more magical colour, because whenever you look in-game, blue is the colour that represents magic, and green is the colour that represents range. And finally, in other news, we've got some quality of life updates. Players of any combat level can now enter the lair of the Corporeal Beast. 7 additional Blue Dragon Scale spawns have been placed nearby the recently added additional Blue Dragon spawns. Incense burners in your player and house will now burn herbs for longer periods of time if you have a high fire making level. The Emblem Trader can now be found in free-to-play worlds. It's possible for free-to-play players to get a PK skull by using his right-click option. However, they're not allowed to access his shop. We've also had a lot of bug fixes this week. In a specific piece of dialogue, which is part of the Dragon Slayer quest, Ned will now be referred to as Captain Ned, rather than Dragonslayer_Ned_ship. They've added some bushes near the East Falador Bank to improve route finding to the bankers. They've split the Warm Teleport options on the Camulet when the Desert Diary teleports have been unlocked. When handing over your gnome deliveries, you can still get the reward even if the dialogue is interrupted. The Druidic Wreath has been graphically updated because the old model was breaking the polygon limit. The Fremenic Achievement Diary task to collect 5 Snapegrass on Waterbirth Island has been updated to track your progress more consistently. When entering the Maze random event area from the Smoky Well dungeon, it will no longer remove the maze's heads-up display when the smoke overlay is removed. They've resolved a formatting issue on the Varrock Museum map. Using raw bird meat on another item now generates the correct game message. Pickpocketing a woman in Lumbridge now correctly completes the Achievement Diary task. They've increased the zone check for the emote clue at the observatory. Left-click pruning farming patches now checks for held magic secateurs. Having said Rider teleport you to the Essence Mine now consistently completes the Achievement Diary task. They've blocked the tile adjacent to the Varrock Rooftop Agility course. They've added the Abyssal Sire to the Slayer skill guide and level up message. They've corrected the punctuation in the examine information of an Arctic pine tree. They've adjusted the game message when the Explorer's Ring is out of run restore charges. They've corrected the grammar when pickpocketing an iron key. The message shown when trying to create a Slayer helm now correctly refers to an enchanted gem rather than the Slayer gem. They've added messages for attaching a crossbow stock to limbs and stringing a crossbow to the game filter. They fixed the typo on the player and house treasure chest interface. They fixed the typo in Lumdo's dialogue. They've added the Pharaoh Ring benefit information to Hatios Cosentus' reward dialogue. Zar Mesh is now aware of all 4 pairs of Karamja gloves. They've added blocking to a pillar in the God Wars dungeon. Parts of some trees in Apatol no longer render behind grass. You can once again retrieve the Mask of Balance from your player and house toy box. Iron Men can no longer catch an Impling in Puro Puro that another player has had released by an Imp Defender. You can no longer smelt at the side of a furnace, and Tortured Souls in Cerberus' lair now wield weapons to make it easy to distinguish between them. And finally, this week, the Abyssal Sire. They've not yet made any changes to the Abyssal Sire, the new Abyssal weapons, or the drop table of the Sire. As players become increasingly experienced at killing the Sire, learning how to defeat it more efficiently, they will decide what to do with the drop table accordingly. These changes will be balancing changes and will not be polled. They'll also be offering buffs to the special attacks of both the Abyssal Dagger and Bludgeon following feedback from the community in the last week. Expect to see these buffs offered in the next content poll. So, this week we've had small quality of life updates, but there have been a lot of them. Just looking at the bug fix list alone, you think it's a huge update. I kind of feel a little bit proud because they fixed a problem with the achievement diaries on Waterbirth Island, and that was actually one I sent a bug report for not too long ago. If you want to discuss this update, please go on the forums or in my comments below. If you want to know what's happening this month in Old School RuneScape, please click here for October, the month ahead. And if you're a little bit more interested in future Old School RuneScape updates, please click here for RuneFest 2015, the Old School reveals. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share, and if you want to keep up to date with the Old School RuneScape updates, devlogs and polls, please subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.